you address that barrier for business owners and entrepreneurs who are like, oh, I just don't really think about my SEO because I'm not trying to be an influencer or whatever? Like, how do you address that objection?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's one of the main objections. And then the other one that I hear a lot is just like people afraid of SEO because it sounds really technical and hard and like, oh, I could never do that. So, for your first point, I mean, look at some of the OG online business owners, digital business owners in the space. Look at like an Amy Porterfield or Marie Forleo. They have a blog and they have a podcast and they turn all of their podcasts into blog posts as well. And they are targeting different keywords within their blog posts. Like you can see it if you go through and you look at that. And so they know and they understand the importance of content and sharing free resources and free content that is helpful and valuable for people in order for them to get discovered and drive more people to their website, capturing those, visitors through their email list and keeping in touch with them and building that know, like, and trust through something that they own, by the way, not Instagram, where you don't own your content there, where you cannot control the algorithm, but through their website and their email newsletter, which they own and they control. And so really SEO can be used in so many different ways. It's never a bad thing to have a ton more targeted traffic of your specific demographic funneled into your website. So whether you want to use that traffic to monetize within that post, so for a blogger, it might be ads and affiliate links, or you want to use that traffic to sell a physical product, to sell a digital product, or you want to use that traffic to generate new warm leads for your service-based business. There's so many different avenues that you can go with it. But again, having that targeted traffic on your site, it's always going to be gold.
That was such a clear explanation, Elise. I really love how you simplified why SEO is important. And I want to pull out one key thing you said there, targeted traffic. And I really want to drill this home for our listeners. Targeted traffic is completely different than any other form of traffic, and there's many ways that you could, describe this. For me, I describe it as traffic that is problem aware, meaning the people who are finding your website or clicking on your blog post who are coming to you from SEO are people who only landed on your page because they were searching for a very specific thing that your business is directly related to, whether you sell a service, a digital product, or a physical product, like Lee said, or even whether you're a content creator and content really is your end product. But these people are so much higher quality in terms of the likelihood that they're going to take action on something they see on that page because they are actively seeking a solution to a problem, and your content addresses that exact problem and or solution. Whereas, sometimes, let's say if people are landing on your website because they just happen to click on your link in bio on Instagram, they may not necessarily be the right person for whatever it is that you sell or talk about. They may have just happened upon your content because it was a matter of convenience. Whereas, like Elise said, people who are actively searching for something and then stumble upon your website or your content, that is so much more powerful. And I feel like that cannot be overstated enough.
Yes, that's exactly right. I always say it's like fishing out of a barrel rather than fishing out of the ocean. In that barrel, it's super targeted fish that are exactly your right demographic. And so it's kind of like this life cycle. And it's also way more sustainable than posting on Instagram because you write this blog post once, it lands on the first page of Google. Somebody has, like you were saying, a specific question or problem. And so they type that into Google and your post pops up and you are like the answer to their prayers. You provide that solution, you provide, the answers to the questions that they're asking. And then all of a sudden they're like, this person is great. They're much more engaged in your content, clicking your link, signing up for your email newsletter than, Joe Schmo who just landed on your page because they were clicking around on Facebook or Instagram.